Good evening and welcome to another round of Division 2 ERL racing, and for today will be round 12 at Portimao, this new addition to the F1 calendar. It'll be for many the first league race in Portugal, so I hope we don't have too bad results. But let's stay on board with Cloudy, who was with me commentating on the Division 1 race. I hope he took good enough notes in order to maybe win this race after his 2 consecutive P2 finishes. And it's raining in qualifying. Yeah, it's raining, so that should all play a big role. Let's see if Cloudy will be able to get a fast lap before the track gets worse. That'll be the ideal scenario for him. Yeah, I'm sure the track isn't very wet, but it will be for this new addition to the F1 calendar, and he's fastest in the middle sector. Well, he's the first one, but I think that's the reason. But it's a very technical track, and it's also very high elevation changes. And he's gonna do a 119.518. Let's see if the drivers behind him are gonna get good lap times given the rain. I don't know if the track got slower. Actually, we have Caddy at 118.775, so that's a very bad lap from Cloudy. Let's see if he's gonna improve. He's going slow. That's impressive from Caddy. Remember, let's see, Herbull is just crossing turn 8, which is a very... Actually, that's not turn 8. And he's in the second sector, which is a very high elevation changes and somehow technical part of the track where there are not much overtaking opportunities. And one in sector 1 on the main straight heading to turn 1, and the other heading to turn 5. Let's see how much Herbull got. And 120.092, 5th fastest from Herbull. Just a minute. Okay, much better. And a 120.462 from Andy, who's 7th fastest. I don't know if the drivers can do better times. We just had Duport go off track and invalidate his lap. We have Caddy slower, 2 seconds slower, so I suppose the track is slower than before. Let's see now if we've scrolled, and if he can improve or not improve. That's if he can do a good time, since still without a time. I think it's still very light terrain, but of course the track is gonna get slower because of that terrain. There'll be lower grip. And he's actually fastest in sector 2, so I think there is room for improvement on the track. There is some grip. Let's see how much his overall time will. And 119.8, put him 5th fast right behind his teammate. So that's like not a bad time from Scrolled. So this indicates that the track, oh, speaking of grip, yeah, Mr. Adrilo on the grass. Let's go for Adrilo, starting another lap, and if he can improve, 8 tenths to pole position and only 1 tenth. Oh no, that's sorry, that's actually okay. So it's 8 tenths. I don't know why I thought it was wrong. It's 8 tenths to pole position for Adrilo. Let's see if he can find those 8 tenths. He's fast in sector 1. And a 119.455. He's a little bit slower, so he's gonna stay in P2. I don't think he got enough fuel for another lap, and oh, there he goes, and onto the barrier. That's gonna be front wing damage, major front wing damage for Adrilo. And he's retired. Well, I don't think anyone's gonna improve their lap times. So, still 7 minutes left, and many drivers are in the pits, so that's gonna be a boring 7 minutes. Let's see if Fairwell will improve, although I don't think he will. He's slower. He's 2.5 seconds slower. He's the only driver on track. So let's go instead for RLK. See, I think the track is getting pretty wet. So we're in a bit of an awkward situation where everyone is in the pits and I don't think anyone would go out because the track is much slower. We have Ivo on the inters. No. I don't know what's the point of going out on inters, to be honest. Given the fact that track is very much slower and you won't be able to improve, and you already got a time, so we're gonna have to wait 1 minute. Okay, so we are back, and now for the formation lap for this 33 lap race. After qualifying that was really messy, we had rain at the beginning, and I wonder why Claudia and Herval are on mediums. I think they qualified on softs. Anyway, so this 33 lap race, I hope we don't have a lot of safety cars. It's gonna get really tricky for drivers in order to pass turn 8 and turn 1, 2 and 3 sequence of turns where everything could go wrong. It's gonna be it's clear weather, unlike qualifying, which gave us kind of a boring qualifying where only more drivers did about one lap and then went to the pits because of the rain. I hope we have a more exciting race and the battle. It's a very long distance from the start line until the turn 1, so it's a good attacking position. It's good attacking opportunity for Agilo and Cloudy to maybe try and go for the lead, although going from the inside on this track is very risky. As for the killer curbs, but we'll wait and see. And let's go, we're waiting for the lights, and it's lights out, and away we go. That's an amazing start from Cloudy. He's already PT2 and try to go from the outside, no, and he's already second. Well, we've had him. It was a close call between Adrilo and Cloudy. Very close to being top 3, and almost contact between Adrilo and Cloudy there. That was very close. It was an excellent start from the Ferrari. Was already pursuing his teammate, and we had Herval trying to go from the inside of the Alfa Romeo, Aston Martin. Sorry, although Aston Martin had a better start, and he's gonna go from the outside, and that's Herval now out of P5. Also had apparently a good start from Flip. Oh, oversteer from Flip. He's right behind Andy. And from the inside of this very beautiful upwards turn, and they're gonna go again this turn. This time Andy taking the inside line, and he's still ahead, but that's gonna be a better exit from Flip. And on the main straight, he's ahead of Andy. You know, let's see a fast lap from Kehri at 123, but his teammate is right behind him. His teammate going wide at the exit of turn 1. It should be said that Cloudy is on the mediums, and that's fastest sector 1 from Adrilo, who is in 3rd position. Cloudy is on the mediums, so he's gonna have to take care of his tires. And yellow flags in sector 2, and that's Ibo, and he's fine. And the predicted pit stop strategy is gonna be a soft hard, a soft medium, or no, and as in Division 1, most drivers went for a soft hard. Meanwhile, we've had Connor, who ended up winning the race, go for a medium hard, although I think a medium soft or a soft mediums is the perfect strategy, but it's very hard to achieve. still don't have DRS, but Adrielo is very close behind Cloud. He will be able to overtake him on the main straight. Does he have better straight line speed? He's gonna benefit from a lot of slipstream and fast from scrolled, actually from flip, right? So DRS is enabled, and there will be DRS for the top 4 and for Dupor and many others. Well, let's see if he's gonna benefit from DRS. He's very close, and they're gonna head to turn 8. Let's see, they're gonna head, and Adrielo trying to go for the Caddy also, and that's contact between Adrielo and Caddy. He went for a very risky move, and he's down to P4. He was going for that overtake on Cloud, and then ended up also dive bombing Caddy, who's leading the race. I think he got damage to his front wing. It was a miscalculated move from Adrielo there. He should have been more patient, as he could have had an opportunity to overtake on the main straight. Siervul, he's gonna have DRS, and he's right behind Adrielo. Adrielo stays out and flying in the McLaren, and he's ahead of Adrielo and is in P4 right now. You know, let's see the battle between the two Ferraris for the lead of the race. Let's see if Claudio is gonna be able to overtake his teammate, although if I were Claudio I would conserve my tires since my teammate is ahead of me. So in order to go for a better strategy, what? And these fastest in the middle sector, those mediums are starting to catch the grip. And Cloudy is fastest. I got a fast lap from Cloudy. Let's see, and oh, that's a very deep entrance into turn 1, which made him go off track out of turn 2. Let's see, he's very close, taking a lot of curb. He's gonna have DRS, but he won't be close enough. It's a very short DRS zone heading into turn 8. Meanwhile, back behind we have Dupor very close, trying to go from the outside. Also, he goes very wide and is off track. So he got behind him. Flip. Adrielo is losing a lot of time. He's down to P7. Let's see this battle, this beautiful battle for P4, and actually it's gonna be Dupor, Flip, and Hervul. Hervul defending his position, and although Dupor is getting real close, and he just opens his DRS. Will Dupor be close enough to try to go for the overtake? He won't be. So that Hervul got, and also that was obvious from his overtake on. I think it was an Adrielo. He had excellent straight line speed. You know, we had Flip and almost, I think there was contact. I don't know how much the magnitude of the damage is between the two drivers. That's Flip now ahead of Dupor and 5th. this battle between Andy and RLK. Andy taking the better exit, although Andy now going wide, which means RLK is right behind him. And yellow flags in sector 3, and oh, that's the lead of the race. Kehdi, come on. Oh, what a disastrous mistake from Kehdi. He was leading the race and he's now P9. You know, let's see, the Red Bull now will be launching his attack on the McLaren, and he opens his DRS. He's getting close, and they're gonna be heading to turn 1. Flip trying to go from the outside, and Herbull defending well from the inside. Herbull got excellent speed. He's going for a lower wing, that's obvious. He's gonna make him lose a little bit of time in the technical parts of the track. Flip with DRS again, although that's not an ideal overtaking opportunity. Kehdi is fighting back, and he's just did an overtake on Andy, and his next target will be RLK Racing. So it should be about 6 more laps until we reach the pit window for the soft runners, so we're trying to go for a soft hard strategy. Meanwhile, for Herbull and Cloudy, it's gonna be more complicated. As you can see, it's not easy to overtake on this track. Flip is very close behind Herbull, but he's still not able to overtake him. And Flip's tires are gonna be dead soon if he keeps pushing at this rate. So that'll benefit Herbull, and also Herbull, I think he's pushing his tires, and that won't benefit his strategy. So he's gonna have to switch to the hard tires later on, which I don't think is the best way to go, but still it's gonna be better than what the soft tires are gonna go. Meanwhile, Flip is really close, and he's very close now, going onto the main straight, and with DRS he's surely gonna be able to overtake Herbull, and coming right behind him now, and he's gonna take the outside line heading to turn 1. Herbull was already behind, and that's Flip into P3. We have Adrilo and RRK now going for their pit stops. Surely gonna be hard. Actually, no, that's his window. He actually needs a front wing change. We have RLK going for the mediums, and that's going to be a 2-stopper for RLK, so the mediums won't last until the end of the race. Meanwhile, we have Adrilo going for the hards, so that's going to be a 1-stopper instead. Oh, Flip going... And he's going really wide, and he's exceeding track limits, and that's his first penalty. 3 seconds time penalty for the Red Bull driver in his beautiful Red Bull that I really like. Simon Herbull's gonna have DRS again, and that's yellow flags in sector 2, and I think that's RLK. Scroll going into the pits, and Herbull coming from the inside, and he's ahead of Flip. That's an excellent move. Flip a much better line from Flip, and a much better exit, and he also has DRS, so he's gonna we take his position. No, actually, Hervul going from the inside and they banged wheels for a bit, and that's Hervul still in second position. We also have Duport now in the pursuit. It's a beautiful battle between Hervul and Flip over, I think he's... Ooh, and oversteer from Hervul, and that's also they banged wheels again. And Flip is back again in second position. They are 6 seconds behind Cloudy, so Cloudy is a happy man today. Let's see if Hervul still got the same pace he got in the previous lap. Will be able to go the overtake with DRS. He's right behind Flip. And here comes Hervul from the outside of turn 1 this time, and he's ahead of Flip. What an amazing show from the McLaren. But the same scenario, Flip with DRS. If Hervul's gonna take the inside line of turn 8, and oh, that's contact between Flip and Hervul. It's not the first time there's contact between these two drivers. They love banging wheels. And Duport is behind, waiting for the opportunity to overtake both of Hervul and Flip. Let's see, it's a very ongoing battle between the McLaren and the Red Bull for second position, although Flip and Duport will have to go in the pits in a couple laps time. Time Duport is very close behind Flip. They're both gonna have DRS, which will help Flip a bit, but will it help him enough? It will help him. It will really help him. And it's Duport left behind, and he's gonna be stuck in that train if things stayed this way. Andy now going to the pits. And another round of this showdown, and oh, Duport coming right out of nowhere. That was unexpected. I thought he would have waited for that straight line, but also it should be said that he was stuck in I forgot the word, in the train, so which did not permit him to go for that move on Flip. And actually Duport pulling away kind of from Flip. Cloudy just received this penalty, so I wonder if that's gonna affect his race towards the end. Flip is gonna get revenge for that move that Duport did. Let's see, yeah, he took the much better line out of the outside. And he's back again in third position. And this time Hervul got away, and he's out of DRS range. That's good news. And Flip and Duport should go into the pits anytime now, except if they're trying to go long on those tires, although I don't think they got much capacity to go long on those tires. And we still have 0 retirements. I don't want to jinx it, but that's impressive. Very impressive. And there he goes, flip now, going into the pit, going for the undercut. He was ahead of Duport, and he speeds in the pit lane. Come on, Rowan, that's rookie mistakes. Duport should pit next lap, and Rolly also speeding in the pit lane. Come on, guys. Flip switching to the medium tires with 20 laps left to go. I mean, if he did 14s in the softs, he can do 20 on the mediums. So, as I've said previously, that's the perfect strategy in my opinion. But will those tires last until the end? And Flip trying to warm up this lap. Let's see if he's gonna be able, or he may go for an overcut and try to go long on those tires in order to have better grip towards the end of the race and overtake Flip. Let's see. Cloudy with the fastest lap on those 14 laps mediums. That's really impressive. Hervel going into the pits. Duport is staying out, so I think he's going for that overcut. Same as Lewis Hamilton in the American Grand Prix, although we all know how that went. Fortunately, of course. Back at the bottom of the track, and Herb will switch to the hards. In my opinion, he could have. Oh yeah, I think he did not have any other choice. But on the bright side, he could push his tires, unlike Flip, who should be careful in order to keep as much as he can for the end of the race. Meanwhile, we have. Why did he slow down? I don't know. Anyway, we have Caddy catching up to Duport. He's now half a second behind him. And we have yellow flags, and Andrew Lowe is out of the race. And the yellow flag in sector 2. He's out of the race. Where is he? I don't know. He's out in the grass. Yellow flags. Duport is into the pits. Caddy is also into the pits. I think that's only gonna be yellow flags. Yeah. Switch to the mediums. Caddy also switching to the mediums. And that's green flag, so we don't have any kind of safety car or virtual safety car. Oh, and that's the battle between Duport and Flip. Oh, Duport went off track, and that's penalty for Duport. Caddy and Flip are ahead of him. They're both on the same kind of tires. He's gonna have DRS. And will he be fast enough? Caddy trying to break that slipstream. He commits to the inside line. And Duport trying to go from the outside, and he's ahead also. Caddy is still trying to go from the inside and defend his position. And the freaking camera, although Caddy this time he will have DRS, and oversteer from Caddy, and that's racing wheel exceeding 10 seconds time penalty for exceeding track limits, and he goes from the inside of turn 8 and he's still not ahead. He's still a better exit from Duport. Caddy went for that early break. This time Caddy taking the better line, although Duport still trying to go for it. I didn't know what's wrong with the racing wheel. Why is it driving off track? Anyway, I'm just retired, dude. Oh, what's wrong? I don't know. Oh. We still have Cloudy out, so he's going for that soft. He's going for the mediums to soft strategy, and now he's going for the pits. Please don't disappoint me. Go for the softs. Go for the soft. I mean, he doesn't have a he doesn't have any other choice. And of course, he won't be going for the hards. And yeah, he's going for the softs, and he has a free pit stop over scrolled. Who's still on 7 laps mediums. That's gonna be, I think, smooth sailing for Cloudy from there on. Unless there's a safety car, then it's gonna get very complicated for the leader of the race. Meanwhile, I have Duport getting real close behind Caddy. Caddy closing the door from the outside. Gonna get really close screen, and oh, from the inside, and come on. But I think that's a very bad line from Duport, and that's why he's still P6 and very close. He's gonna have DRS, so come on, be patient, dude. And this time he's gonna get close, and I don't think Caddy will be able to defend. We'll try to go. No, that's Duport 5th and ahead of Caddy, although we still have this ongoing battle between RK and Andy. Andy is on 7 laps hards. RK is on 10 laps mediums. RK still got one more stop on those tires. and very fast, and from the inside, and he's ahead. And fastest lap from Flip, 119.877. And let's see how Dupor, if he's gonna go again. Caddy coming from the inside, and Dupor ahead of Caddy, although Caddy now from the inside of turn 5. And oversteer from Caddy, and that's yellow flags, and I think that's Andy. Caddy ahead of Dupor, although I think Dupor, oh no, gonna go from the inside. He will go from the inside, and almost contacting that. Caddy's still ahead. Merci. Still, again, Dupor and Caddy still same situation. I don't know why I don't have telemetry on. And Flip just retired from the session. Damn, Rowan. And I think he took a lot of curb, and he went on the killer curb that I always talk about, and he ended up in the wall. Yellow flags, no safety car. And there's the safety car. This is where the fun begins. And that's Cloudy going into the pits. This is gonna get real interesting from there on. You switch for a new set of softs and come on, what the hell are you doing, dude? Hervel's out, still out. He should have. I don't know if he got softs. That's everyone going on the softs, except Getty's still out. Cool. Huh? No, merci. So I don't know if Caddy and Hervul don't have softs left, or if they are going for that strategy. I mean, they could be also be going for track position, but they got drivers behind on fresh softs. We're gonna hunt them down. So, and it's safe. It's a safety because they're gonna be really close. So I don't know if that was the wise strategy. And the Hervul is being really annoying on the throttle. That's gonna be another lap of the safety car. So I expect that since everyone's queued up, I expect we're gonna have a restart at lap 28 of this Grand Prix, and we're gonna have about 6 laps left to go. It's gonna be very exciting to see who's gonna come out on top. Cloudy got a penalty. I'm sure the last thing he wanted was a safety car, but unfortunately for him, well, not for me, because I like the fact that we have a safety car. This is going to be way more exciting. Unfortunately for him, there's going to be a safety. There is a safety car, and he has a penalty, which will make his possibility of winning not low, but more difficult than, or more difficult, because it, as I said, it was smooth sailing. If not for the safety car, he had a wide gap, so we can thank Flip for that. And we're waiting for Herval to cross the cross the start finish line. The safety car is in the pits, and we have green flags, and we are racing. Katie just went in the pits. Come on, man, you're a bit late to do so. And it's on. And a little bit of issue with the blue flags and the back markers, because thanks to this game they haven't discovered the technology of unlapping yourself. But anyway, let's go on. Yeah, just where Herval's gonna realize he did a mistake by not going into the pits. Yeah, he has Cloudy right behind him, and let's see. I think it's gonna be easy. Cloudy is on fresh softs, for goodness sake. And Herval is on 20 lap hards. They're not even fresh hards. So I don't know. I think Cloudy is gonna get Herval on the main straight, and he's gonna lead the race. And it's only gonna be downhill for Herval from the. And there he goes now, right behind him, and Herval trying to not let him benefit from out of slipstream, and he goes from the inside, and that's Cloudy off track. We can see Herval got a very high top speed. He was able to defend against Cloudy, who's on kind of fresh softs. Let's see if this time Herval is gonna be able to overtake. Sorry if it's gonna. Oh, he didn't have DRS, and that explains it. I forgot it was right after the safety car, and this time he's gonna go from the outside, going off track again, and Herval able to defend from the inside again. This time with DRS is gonna be much harder for Herval. And from the outside of turn 8, and they're side by side. Herval still ahead, and a bit of contact between Herval and Cloudy. Ooh, and we have Dupor sticking his nose in. And there's a little bit of contact between Cloudy and Dupor. Dupor, who is the leader of the Drivers' Championship. Let's see, with DRS, he got no, he got DRS, and there he goes. And for the lead of the race, that'll be Cloudy. Next up on Hervol's list of rivals will be Dupor, and oversteer from Hervol, and a little bit of contact between Hervol, and he's off track, and Dupor will have DRS and into turn 8. And he's ahead, and he's second position. Two laps, 3 seconds penalties for the top 3, which is very good news for Scrolled, who's without penalties. See how driving without penalties will always benefit you right at the end. I don't know why I'm speaking with such an accent, but okay, whatever. Oh no, another penalty from Cloudy. That's 6 seconds worth of penalties. That's not gonna be good for Cloudy. Meanwhile, the Scrolled now with DRS. Hervol will take the inside line, and he's gonna be able to defend. And the yellow flags, I know that's Andy Smoke out of the race. No oversteer from Dupor. Scrolled trying to go. Scrolled with DRS, trying to go for that move on Hervol, although Hervol also had DRS. That's the final lap of the race, and Cloudy is very close to actually getting those 3 seconds off to Dupor, although he needs 6 seconds to Scroll. I think Scroll will win this race. He will. Actually, Dupor will. Well, it depends. Let's see what happens with Hervol and Dupor. If Hervol... no. It's gonna be Scrolled. Or even RLK. RLK is behind Scroll, but they're both without penalties, and that's gonna be priority for Scrolled. And they're crossing the line. Cloudy crossing the line first. He won't win this race, and it's gonna be Scrolled winning the race. RLK second and Cloudy third. So RLK with that P2 position finish, that's pretty impressive. It came out of nowhere. Cloudy third after penalty. That's That's gonna be really gutting for Cloud. Presented us a very beautiful race with the battle with Flip, who not finish, and also with Dupor. And that was a very exciting Grand Prix. Still waiting for Ibo to cross the line, and it's over. Ouais, toi. That is the end for an absolutely epic Portuguese Grand Prix. Scroll finishing first, RLK second, Cloudy third for the fast lap. Well, he finished first on track, but with 6 seconds with penalties. That won't be the win for him. Dupor fourth, Hervul fifth, 6 for Raleigh, Caddy 7, 8 for Ibo, 9 for Racing Wheel, and that's going to be the NFs for Andy, Flip, and Andrew Lowe. It was a very awesome Grand Prix. Thank you everyone for watching. That was your commentator Ali with you. Hope to see you next week for the Imola Grand Prix in Division 1 and Division 2.